Hi, everyone. My name is Anne Longley, and I'm a Digital Strategy Director with MediaEdge CIA, which is a big media agency, a global company. And I'm going to have a slightly different take on this theme, and I think it's been quite fascinating, really, the different ways into this to this subject. First, a little bit about me, and again, it kind of, I think, hopefully shows, this whole thing about user-centered design. It can be applied in so many different ways, and for me, it started out working with young people. This was pre-YouTube era, just making films together with young people collectively. Then later, I worked doing consulting with communities, in this case in Kenya, in Kibera, Kenya's largest urban slum, basically trying to develop a new product, but identifying what the community's needs were. And later on, with Nesta Future Lab, that was a think tank, an ideas incubator, and the products there, or the prototypes for new products, were meticulously developed through user-centered design. And so I had the privilege of working there and then actually trying to take some of those prototypes into the market as commercial products. And then where I've ended up now is MediaEdge, which is a traditional media agency, which is having to adapt to the digital age. You can see from the client list, there's many, almost in all sectors. We have the technology clients like Sony Ericsson, entertainment clients like Nintendo, FMCG clients, government clients, and luxury brands. So it's quite a diverse range of clients. And these are clients that typically spend a lot, if not most of their budget in TV, and they really like their television, most of them. And we're trying to help them really shift into the digital age and understand what the implications are and what that means for their communication strategies. So WPP, which is the parent company of my agency, are investing heavily in digital, and Nicole from Ogilvy, we're part of the same family. And so these are some of the types of companies that we can partner up with, but we're not limited to these partnerships. And so really why I'm here today is to identify innovators and people that might want to work with brands in terms of the kind of things that they're doing, so we can help move our clients forward together. I just want to root this talk in social change and changing the world. And I do believe with the creation of the internet, it's a new medium. It is about doing things completely differently. My background in the early part of my career really was about social change and improving people's lives through community development work. And I think this quote from Tim Berners-Lee, 15 years after the birth of the internet, really reflects his vision. And I've been working in digital for the last 10 years, and for me, it finally feels now like things are really starting to happen, like a lot of the potential is starting to be realized. And some people ask, is advertising dead? Is technology actually changing the field so much that we're not going to have advertising anymore? I think, no, advertising is changing. And so this is a quote from one of our very senior people in our company, and he's basically, I think, showing how advertising is changing. It's the beginning of the post-broadcast age. Macro trends are transforming communications, which must now be held to higher standards of relevance, value, and transparency. Now, my presentation, it's in two parts. I'm going to try and go through it as quickly as possible. The first part, I actually deconstructed what the blurb is and what the subject matter is, because for me, it's a journey that we're taking our clients on, and so I do a lot of work, talking to clients about the changing landscape and trying to make it relevant for them. I thought, Brendan, your example of trying to get Sony interested in your new product, they just didn't get it, and then when they did get it, it was like too late. And we don't want that to happen. We want actually our clients to be on the cutting edge as much as possible. So I think the whole just notion, products designed without end user insight might fail, absolutely true. I think a really interesting case study, which I'm sure you're all aware of, is Dell Hell. which was basically Jeff Jarvis, and I don't know if anyone knew about Jeff Jarvis before he started complaining about Dell. Maybe someone can put something up on the chat, because I certainly hadn't heard of him. But he basically, as I'm sure you all know, complained a lot about the customer service he was getting. And finally, the story got picked up in mainstream media, and Dell was really forced to take a look at themselves and start up conversations with the public. And one of our partner agencies, Visible Technologies, actually provides an interface and a tool set for them to have conversations all over the internet with people that are talking about them. And also now they have set up their own new customer touch point so they can have direct conversations with them. And then finally, it's culminated in this idea storm where they're inviting customers to come on to their own property and share how they want to see the company evolve. And I think, they've taken something bad situation to good, and there's a good lesson there, because they actually started listening and learning, and it's transforming their business. So the market has changed. Buyers have little interest in recommendations of advertisers. I think there's many studies that show that advertising is becoming, people are skeptical of it, and they're more influenced by word of mouth. But yet, advertising in terms of the size of the industry and the spend is fairly static. This is what they tell me, my research and insight team back at the office. And that really, it's an industry that is going to continue, and as long as content is going to remain free, there will always be advertising to support it or to sponsor it. But what is changing is actually the cut up of where the spend is going. So the good news for digital is that that's where the spend is starting to go. So television is slowly starting to decline, and internet advertising or marketing or PR or buzz or whatever we want to call it is on the increase, and it's expected to increase more and more. And consequently, because of the nature of the medium, advertising is changing. It has to change because you can't apply the old models to the new medium. It would be counterproductive.